Everyone. Happy Monday morning to all of you. Hope everyone is doing great. And I believe you started your week with great energy and great enthusiasm. I believe your weekend you have reflected all the learnings what we have in terms of the shifts which we talk about the previous topics, right? So I believe you also started your week with proper planning what you're supposed what you're actually going to execute the things for this week. And today is the first day, so I'm sure that you have taken the actions. Now you are heading towards your home, or maybe few of you are still staying back at the office to ensure that everything is done properly. And I just want you to catch up, find out some 10 to 15 minutes. Find some meeting rooms, sit there and listen me. Plug in your if you're traveling through car, just plug in and start listening me. And yeah, today's topic again is going to be one more experience I'm going to share with as a project as a PMO lead. When I was leading the projects, what exactly challenge I experienced as an escalation. Okay, so but before that, I would like to quickly share, introduce myself, those who are very new to me. So hello everyone, this is Tushar. I'm a leadership coach for project managers, and I help you guys who are mid-senior, mid-career project managers having fantastic 15, 20 years of experience. You are very good in your domain now. You have expertise. You call yourself as a subject matter expert, but you are doing such a hard work. You performing every time, but then you know you still feel that stuck in your career. When there is a promotion appraisal happens, you not been considered for that leadership roles. Okay, and this is where I help you, to come out of that performance trap, that experience trap, and overcome that and enter into the influential leadership journey. So I help you to build your influence ecosystem, where in that ecosystem you operate with your foundational values, you as a person, who you are, as at the core. You operate at that core level, and that's what actually I help to build that ecosystem. So every day when you get up in the morning, you don't have to find the motivation, because you are clear what exactly you want to do. You align your non-negotiables, you align your standards, you align your values, what you want to do, what the work you have in hand. So that's actually I help you to build that ecosystem. Okay, so that you can operate at the highest potential of yours. So that's about me, and I'm also an author of Amazon bestseller. The book name is The Professionalism Code, and the book is about my book is about there's a huge gap between what we learned in our education and in academics and what exactly we require in the offices to build your authority, to build your influence. That I wish I would have learned these things when I was at my in engineering. And I if I would have started with that maturity today, I would have really achieved a lot of in terms of influence point of view, right? So I don't have to struggle that for 2 decades to understand this concept, and I really don't want you to struggle like me. And that's why I'm coming up with this mission to help all of you to come out of that struggle area and work and prepare yourself to support or help others to grow also as an influential leader. Okay, so that's my mission. Now today's topic. So before I go in and enter into the topic, I want to ask you a simple question. Tell me, have you ever been in a project where suddenly someone says to you, let's escalate this issue to some senior leadership, and suddenly the room becomes silent? you know because escalation means pressure, right? Escalation means visibility. Escalation means someone will ask difficult questions. So many project managers try to avoid escalation, but one escalation in my career completely changed how I think about leadership. And today I want to share with you that story. Ready? Good. So the topic is the project escalation that changed my leadership thinking. Okay. So I I want to start with the reality of escalations at workplace. See, in many organizations, escalation is seen as a failure. Yeah, people think, why could not the project manager solve this internally? But that thinking is not always correct. When I read this book, The Advantage by Patrick Lencioni, I got this powerful insight. Patrick explained in this book that the healthy organizations surface the problems as early as possible, because problems hidden at lower levels often become bigger crises later. Do you agree with me? See, escalation is not weakness. Okay, can I please make this clear? Escalation is not weakness. Escalation is sometimes responsible leadership. Is that a bulb on moment? Type yes in the comment section. Now I'll tell you a real workplace story from my project experiences. We were working on a complex project with multiple stakeholders, and that was, I think I remember, 2018, during the pandemic situation. We were working on the complex project, and there more than 30, 40 stakeholders we were dealing with. Everything looked manageable in the beginning, but slowly, what happened? Slowly, one issue started growing. There was a critical dependency from another department was getting delayed, and we had several meetings. There is a lot of to and fro of emails, a lot of follow-ups happen, but nothing changed. And and slowly the project timeline started slipping. The team was hoping the issue would resolve itself, but I realized something important. If we kept waiting, the entire project would be affected. So we escalated the issue to senior leadership. Now that meeting was really uncomfortable, but something interesting happened. One leadership, once the leadership saw the issue clearly, so the decisions were made quickly. Resources were reassigned, the dependency was resolved, and the project moved forward. So that day, I realized something powerful. Leadership is not about protecting the project image. Leadership is not about project protecting the project image. It's about you protecting the outcome of that project. Is that bulb on again? Please type yes in the comment section. Now let me take you to a little deeper leadership insight here. But for that, I want to suggest you one more book. The book name is Good Strategy, Bad Strategy by Richard Rumelt. Now, Richard in this book explained that good leaders do not avoid difficult problems. You know what they do? They identify the critical issue and they address it correctly or address it directly. And many projects fail because team spend too much time the managing appearances instead of solving the real issue. So leadership requires the courage to acknowledge the reality as early as possible. Is that again a bulb on moment for you? Type yes in the comment section. Now, what is the psychology side of this escalation? And for that, I think you should read this book called The Culture Code by Daniel Coyle. The Daniel Coyle explained in this book that the strong teams create an environment where problems can be raised without fear. Yeah? In weak cultures, people hide problems. In the strong cultures, people raise issues early. And that's what the escalation should really mean. Not blaming. It's like a collective problem solving. Right? Now the question is how to do it. How we should really implement, execute this. And for that, I want to suggest to you three practical shifts that change. I implemented those three practical shifts and that change how I handle the escalations at the workplace. Okay. So The shift number one, I want you to move from this avoid escalation mindset to escalate with clarity mindset. See, escalation should not be emotional, it should be structured. You should be able to explain clearly the problem, the impact, and the decision needed, because that's what actually the top leader are actually expecting from us, and that clarity builds your credibility. Okay, so that's the shift number one. Shift number two is, again, is a typical approach, typical mindset of average project managers is that they take the problem, they report the problems, and that is the issue. Move from reporting only the problems to framing the solution for that problem. Okay, when you are escalating, do not just take these problems with the senior leadership or senior management people and say, oh, we have a problem. No, stop saying doing that one. Say, instead of that, say, okay, this is what actually we are experiencing, this is a problem, but here are two possible solutions we have identified. Would you like to help us under, would you like to get this more detail about it? Leaders respect project managers who think about solutions. Okay, that's the shift number two I want you to implement. Now, the shift number three, yeah, sometimes when you escalate the uh, problem, you have that fear of, visibility, fear of, what people will think about it, whether we have to have a tough questions to answer. That fear we have. So I want you to come out of that fear and move towards you owning that problem, owning that leadership. This is, again, it's an identity shift for you. See, if you see yourself as only a completion person or task coordinator, for you the escalation will be risky, you will feel risky. But if you see yourself as a leader who is responsible for outcomes or results, for you escalation becomes necessary. So the moment you own something, your behavior changes. That's why the shift number three is really important. It changes your identity, it changes your version. Okay, now we are coming close to the topic today, and let me close this with another powerful thought that escalations are uncomfortable. Okay, but leadership often begins in uncomfortable moments only. Great project managers don't escalate to blame people, they escalate to solve the right problem at the right time at the right level. Yeah, and sometimes that single escalation can change the direction of your project. Yeah, do you agree with me? Now, if this talk which we have delivered today, if it is resonating with you, I want you to comment escalation in the comment section. And in case you're going through that situation right now where you're going through a tough project time and you're in dilemma what to do, whether to escalate or not, and you're already experiencing a heat from your team, from your stakeholders, or your senior management, I don't want you to struggle there now. Please come out of that. I can help you out. Please book one-to-one slot with me. The link is in the comment section, and also if you go to my LinkedIn profile, you'll get the book an appointment. And in case you want to join my community, again, the WhatsApp community, the Influential Leader Hub, the link is in the comment section. But you know what? There's a great thing happening this week for all of you. I'm conducting a webinar on this Sunday for Project Leadership Mastery, and there is one of the topic which I'm going to cover is about escalation. Okay, so I want you to join the webinar on Sunday at 10 a.m. Okay, that's the webinar. And also I'm starting a new campaign of 5-day one-to-one project leadership challenge. Okay, I want you to join that 5-day project leadership challenge where I can deal talk to you one-to-one, and I can help, I can coach you. Okay, I can coach you for your day-to-day project related challenges. Okay, so tomorrow again I'm coming with another leadership insight, and until that moment, whatever I told you, join my community, WhatsApp community. The link is in the comment section. In case you want to have a word with me because you're going through some challenges right now in terms of project management, have a one-to-one with me. The link is in the comment section. Join my webinar on Sunday at 10 a.m. for Project Leadership Mastery, where I'm going to cover escalation as one of the topic. Or if you really want me to help you or want you to coach you in person, one-to-one, join my 5-day Project Leadership Mastery Challenge. Okay, that's one-to-one. The link, all the links are in the comment section. Okay, so until tomorrow, I'll see you again. Implement all these learnings. Take care of yourself, and God bless you.